going on, everybody? Mike McIntyre here, back from All Things Sports, bringing you another brand new video. I'm back today finally to give you my thoughts and my review on my brand new, what I consider to be a brand new bike for 2025. If you don't know the story, go back and watch my last video. It's been about a month since I last uploaded it, and I'm going to tell you all about this bike. I've completely overhauled it, and I'm going to tell you everything that I've done to my Trek de Money. Alright guys, so before we begin, you know the drill. Please hit the like button, hit the bell notification, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Please watch the entire video, and let's get into this brand new review. Alright guys, so here we are. We're finally back with my full-on review of my 2021 Trek de Money. I have done so much to this bike over the course of owning it that there's very few left on the bike that is, let's say, original. So I want to tell you everything that I've done recently and give you a complete overhaul of the bike. Those of you that have sort of followed my channel over the last little while will know some of the things that I've already done in the past. So, you know, the wheels are not necessarily brand new. I've done a review on these. These are the Hunt Limitless gravel wheels. The Adventure series specifically, they have a few extra spokes on the rear wheel in order to help increase durability. So things like that you've seen before, but I overhauled this bike in August and I've ridden the month of September with it, so I really have a good idea of what this thing can now do. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and my thoughts on the brand new upgrade. So for those that don't know, if you watched my last video, it was a new build series. I completely stripped the bike. It came with Shimano Sora 9-speed mechanical disc brakes, and I really felt like I used that group set well, but I feel like I reached the end of its lifespan. So the bike is just super versatile, and that's why I wanted to keep it. So instead of selling it as is, I just figured I'd put a little bit of money into it and really give it a substantial upgrade. So I upgraded to 105 12-speed with hydraulic disc brakes. And I did a lot of the work myself, but I did have a local bike shop help me out in terms of bleeding the brakes and doing a couple of other little things. So I just want to give you my review of everything that I've done. So we've got full Shimano 12-speed, mechanical 105. So we've got the 12-speed 105 levers with the hydraulic disc brakes. So we've got brand new calipers in the front and at the back. I have a 50-34 chain set on it, full again, Shimano 105 with 170mm cranks. The 105 rear derailleur, the 105 12-speed front derailleur, 12-speed cassette, and the Ultegra level 12-speed chain. In terms of the overall feel that I've got from this 12-speed mechanical, it's absolutely night and day compared to Shimano Sora, and that's what I really want to spend some time on. The ergonomics of the shifters are completely different. The hoods and everything overall is just a little bit larger than what the Shimano Sora levers were. I really like the ergonomics of the brakes, so getting my hands in the correct position. I just feel like I have a lot more options here in terms of hand position. Obviously I've got the drops and the handlebars, the tops, but just on the hoods themselves, you can grip them in different ways, and there's a lot more comfort there, which I really, really like. So the 12-speed shifters are a big change for me. The hydraulic disc brakes are just uncomparable. It's night and day compared to the Shimano Sora disc brakes that I had. Those were mechanical disc brakes. And I know I've never tried SRAM. Everyone makes a huge deal about the new E1 levers and how you can brake with one finger. Now, if I'm on a flat road, again, I haven't tried that. And this is just me being skeptical. But I can easily put 3 fingers underneath the hood here, and I can use my index finger, and I can brake on a flat road here. Granted, this doesn't work. I need to apply more force if I'm downhill or I'm really going quite fast. But for an average flat road, 30 kilometers an hour, and you don't need to slam on the brakes, I can brake with one finger on these hydraulic disc brakes, which for me is absolutely massive coming from the mechanical disc brakes that I had. And then in terms of shifting performance, the front derailleur shifts very, very well. I can only imagine what 12-speed Di2 is like, because the front derailleur, the mechanical shifting on this is fantastic. The rear shifting is really quick. I have so many more options in terms of the number of speeds that I have as well. I went from a 9-speed cassette to a 12-speed cassette. If anything there, I have larger range. I actually have a 1-to-1 gear because I'm running an 11-to-34 cassette with a 50-to-34 chain set in the front. So I do have that 34-34 1-to-1 gear if I want to. There is a significant climb at the end of my commute, so every now and then if I'm carrying a lot of weight on my back with my backpack, I do throw it into the small chainring, and I have a few more options in terms of gearing at the back. But I have noticed that because I have those extra gears, there are times where I change down 2 or 3 gears if I'm coming to an intersection or a stop or something like that, and then to get going, I'm used to just clicking it once and then I can get up to speed again. But with this one, when I change down 2 or 3 gears into an easier one, I've got to go back the other way 2 or 3 gears to get back to that sort of the correct gearing to get me back up to speed. So I have noticed that. That's just a scenario of having more gears available, so I'm shifting a little bit more often. But because the shifting is so much more enjoyable, again, I can't understate how much faster, how much more efficient everything seems. The drivetrain too, the overall efficiency of it when you're pedaling is just, it's night and day. The other one was very clunky at times. I feel like I wore the parts out probably, but I never felt like it was as smooth as this one is. And this one does need a decent clean at the moment. It's night and day how smooth it is, how efficient it is, how well it shifts. The disc brakes are a huge difference compared to what I had before. So again, for what I paid, now this is a big thing, I bought everything off of Facebook Marketplace. The derailleurs are brand new, the shifters are brand new, the calipers are brand new, the crankset I bought used, but it had like 200 kilometers on it. The cassette was brand new and the chain was brand new. So with the work and everything all in, I think I spent about $900 on everything. So that's a complete overhaul, all brand new parts except for the crankset, and again, that was only 200 kilometers in. All brand new parts, the labor, I had someone help me out build the bike, the bottom bracket's new, the bearings are new as well, I'm factoring that in. I changed the headset bearings because my handlebars and the steering of the steer tube, it literally got locked at 12 o'clock. So I changed everything. $900 all in. I feel like it was well worth it. The group set alone, brand new, if you're buying it from a retailer, is probably like $1,600 Canadian, and that's just getting the group set. So I spent just over half of that, and I've completely changed all the bearings, I've changed all the components, I've got it dialed into what I think it needs to be, and I've basically turned this into what Trek sells as a Domani AL5, even though I purchased it as an AL3. So an AL5 runs you like $2,700 brand new, and I just feel like I really got a lot for my money here, and the bike is in tip-top shape, honestly, and it's extremely versatile. Yes, I still want to get a dedicated road bike. That's in the plans for hopefully next year, and that'll be like a full-on out-and-out road race bike. I like the tarmac at the moment. That's something that I'm considering. But if I have that bike in my lineup, this one provides me every option possible. So it's a great commuter. I can run gravel tires on it. If I want to put road wheels on it, I can still do that. I've got the durability of an aluminum frame, so for me there's a little less concern or worry there. I would look after a carbon frame a little bit more seriously is not the right word. I just have a little bit more trust. Again, commuting, I think the durability of an aluminum frame is friendly in that environment, so I like having that. I use it with a trailer now. I have one of those Thule trailers, so again, I wouldn't want to put that on a tarmac. I'd attach the trailer to this. So this just covers me in so many different angles. I can ride the road, it could ride gravel, it can commute, it can be a bike that I use for family purposes with a Thule trailer, and it just covers all the bases. So that's why I wanted to keep it. I'm going to throw it on the winter trainer this year as well. So last year I got a brand new Wahoo Kicker V6, and I can't wait to see how it performs now with a 12-speed system on it. Much better shifting, much better ergonomics in terms of the levers themselves, and the shifting again is night and day. So I'm ecstatic, really, really happy with where I put my money. I feel like I got a huge upgrade for the amount of money that I spent, and I feel like I've given this bike a whole new life, to be honest. So with new bottom bracket bearings, with new headset bearings, with the new group set, the new brakes, and the option that I have, because I have 2 wheel sets, I can throw road wheels on with a pair of mountain bike pedals. I can throw these gravel wheels on with mountain bike pedals, or I can throw on my road wheels with my Look road pedals. I just feel like I have so many options, and it does everything really quite well. So I still want the dedicated road bike, just because that's the type of riding that I enjoy with groups and going longer distances and traveling as fast as I can. But for everything else, this does really well. And you can see here with the gravel wheels in, it looks quite good. It does look like a gravel bike, and it does a great job of dealing with different terrain. When I commute every now and then, I have to go, over some sort of field or some gravel route or something like that. And with these tires on, there's absolutely no problem there. So Huge upgrade. I really can't put it into words how big of a change this is in terms of just the overall feel, the efficiency, the smoothness of the pedaling, the smoothness of all the bearings that I've changed, and the braking makes a huge difference having hydraulic disc brakes. There's just so much more confidence, so much more stopping power, so much more modulation in the levers as well. It's an absolutely massive upgrade. So if you guys have any questions, leave those down below in the comment section. I'll always get an answer out to you. And thank you guys for stopping by. Mike McIntyre, All Things Sports. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take care.